done his job. Mpaka everybody admires to be called Farouk or to be Farouk.
Unajua katika ofisi ya DP saa 7:30 iko chakula mzuri sana. Na hiyo chakula ule jamaa atakukosesha ni Farouk Kibet.
All of us know how Farouk Kibet is and who is Farouk Kibet. But there is a letter that is making rounds on social media platforms that is saying Farouk Kibet has been expelled. Let me just show you what that letter say. The letter on their letterhead stated that it is a statement from His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, CGH, President of the Republic of Kenya. Reference is the expulsion of Mr. Farouk Kibet from Kenyan State House, dated 2nd, 3rd, 2026. That is a letter that has been making rounds from yesterday. And from the beginning of the letter is, for many years, Mr. Farouk Kibet has worked with me in my political journey, from many times as a member of parliament, through my service as the deputy president, and now as the president of the Republic of Kenya. I have valued loyalty, dedication, and hard work in all those who served alongside me. However, leadership at the level of presidency demand discipline, decorum, and utmost respect for institutions and leaders across the political divide. State House is not a marketplace for insult, intimidation, or personal vendetta. It is a symbol of national unity, dignity, and respect. And then what follows next is that it has come to my attention that conduct attributed to Mr. Farouk Kibet has fallen short of the standard expected of anyone associated with my office. Action that vividly leaders create unnecessary confrontation or bring the office of the president into dispute cannot and will not be tolerated. That is the letter that has been moving around. And for months, there's been speculation that Farouk Kibet is no longer part and parcel of the inner circle of President William Ruto. Remember, there was a time when the deputy president then, who is now the president of the Republic of Kenya, was even attending a function in Uasin Gishu, the region where Farouk Kibet comes from. And leaders, including the current cabinet secretary for health, Eden Duale, and even the entangled Kiaru constituency MP Ndidi Nyoro, say that the people don't know Farouk. You know, the biggest statement that they give us is that Farouk is the total man of President William Ruto. And a lot of things that are happening across this country, people have talked about Farouk. People say he does not own office, but walks along the corridors of power. You know, he is the one who is planning everything for President William Ruto, even the meetings during the 2022 campaign, even everything that President William Ruto requires is the hands of Farouk Kibet. And now, there might be some differences, or there might be some things that these guys have done that has pushed the Kenya Kwanza or the president himself to tell Farouk to relax. You have seen what is happening currently is that Farouk is no longer moving with President William Ruto as he used to be, because Farouk used to board the presidential helicopter anytime, anywhere, accompanying President William Ruto for every function, whether a local, whether international. Farouk Kibet aunge mkosa kwa gari ama ndege ya president. But recently, since last year, when there was by-elections in 27th of, I think, November last year, that included the by-elections of Malava constituency, where President William Ruto tasked Farouk officially to lead the campaigns of the United Democratic Alliance UDA party in that region. Currently, he is now overworking on the Kabras by-election that concluded few weeks ago, and it raises a question: why was he tasked outside different elections? Remember, he was also leading the Isiolo South, if I'm not wrong, campaigns where UD won, and several other UDA campaigns, including the campaigns of the previous by-election held last year. There's also another issue that can lead to that expulsion or being removed from the inner circles of government, is that President William Ruto has now tightened the grip toward the 2027. And you have seen Farouk Kibet has now leaned to doing politics. It seems he's looking for a different seat, whether he needs to be a governor or he needs to be a senator or he needs to be an MP in one of the particular constituencies in this country or a county where he comes from, because he's very influential. He has money, he got power in his arms, so nothing can defend him. It's only the voters who can resist him by not giving him a vote or electing him into a seat. Despite that, people know that Farouk Kibet is not a man who went to school completely. Reports indicate that Farouk Kibet is a class 3 dropout, thus rolling with power, and has been a very dangerous guy. So the letter that is making rounds is more close to the actions that are happening near the close circle of President William Ruto. For several months, even President William Ruto yesterday going to Joanna Ngeno's home to pay a condolence or to pay an homage visit to the family, Farouk Kibet was nowhere to be seen, and it has attracted or caught the attention of political analysts and political observers. Someone who has been close, someone who has been holding meetings on behalf of the president is currently out of that circle. It creates that perception that Farouk Kibet might have been thrown out of the bus without knowing. There must be something that he did. Remember, during the 2022 general election and backwards, there were a lot of complaints from people or aspirants that Farouk Kibet is taking their money, is extorting them before meeting with the President of the Republic of Kenya. Thus, it created the perception that it is these actions that President William Ruto has come to terms that is having a guy who is not supporting his bid but busy destroying his 2027 re-election bid, thus forcing him to keep or to talk to him to step aside of any political or association with him until maybe 2027 and beyond.